the world of performance SUVs is getting even crazier because Ferrari is preparing something seriously exciting for 2026. And if you thought the Purosangue was already wild enough, the upcoming 2026 version looks ready to push things even further. Now honestly, when Ferrari first revealed the Purosangue, a lot of people were shocked. Ferrari making an SUV? That sounded impossible a few years ago. But the moment people saw it in person, everything changed. It didn't look like a typical bulky SUV at all. It looked low, aggressive, elegant, and unmistakably Ferrari. And now the 2026 Ferrari Purosangue is expected to come back with an even sharper design, updated technology, and possibly one of the most exciting hybrid performance setups we've seen from the brand. From the front, the new model is rumored to get slimmer headlights and a cleaner aerodynamic look. Ferrari seems to be moving toward a more futuristic design language lately, and the 2026 Purosangue could follow that direction perfectly. Expect smoother body lines, redesigned air intakes, and an even sportier stance. It's still going to have that muscular Ferrari attitude, but with a more refined and modern appearance. One thing Ferrari clearly understands is balance. They don't want the Purosangue to feel like a giant SUV. They want it to feel like a Ferrari that just happens to have extra space and ride height. And honestly, that's exactly why people love it. The side profile will probably remain one of the coolest parts of the car. Those hidden rear doors still make the Purosangue stand out from almost every SUV on the road. It gives the car this sleek, coupe-like shape, while still being practical enough for families or long trips. At the back, we could see updated taillights, a more sculpted bumper, and possibly a slightly redesigned diffuser setup. Ferrari always pays attention to the little details, so even small changes will probably make the SUV look much more aggressive. But let's talk about what everyone really wants to know: the engine. The current Purosangue already sounds incredible with its naturally aspirated V12, and Ferrari fans absolutely love that raw sound. But for 2026, there's a strong possibility Ferrari could introduce a hybrid-assisted version alongside the traditional powertrain. And honestly, that could make this SUV even more insane. Imagine the instant acceleration of electric power mixed with Ferrari performance tuning. That means quicker launches, smoother power delivery, and probably even more horsepower than before. Ferrari has already shown with cars like the SF90 that hybrid technology doesn't make their cars boring. It actually makes them faster. So if the 2026 Purosangue gets a hybrid setup, expect it to be brutally quick. At the same time, Ferrari will probably try to keep that emotional driving experience alive. The sound, the steering feel, the excitement, that's what Ferrari is famous for. They know their fans don't just care about speed numbers, they care about how the car feels. And that's where the Purosangue has surprised a lot of people. Even though it's an SUV, reviewers say it drives more like a sports car than a luxury family vehicle. It corners flatter than expected, feels incredibly balanced, and somehow hides its size really well. Now obviously, nobody is buying a Ferrari SUV to climb mountains or drive through deep mud, but the Purosangue does offer more confidence on rough roads and bad weather compared to Ferrari's traditional supercars. For 2026, Ferrari could improve the suspension system even more, giving drivers a smoother ride without losing that sporty character. Better traction systems, smarter driving modes, and improved stability could make it more capable on different road conditions. So while it's not a hardcore off-roader, it's definitely a Ferrari you can drive almost every day. And honestly, that's what makes the Purosangue special. It's the kind of car that can take you to dinner in complete luxury, then absolutely explode with performance the moment you touch the throttle. Inside the cabin, the 2026 model is expected to receive several upgrades too. Ferrari interiors have become much more high-tech recently, and the Purosangue already feels futuristic inside. But the next version could bring a larger infotainment system, updated digital displays, and improved connectivity features. Expect premium materials everywhere: carbon fiber, leather, Alcantara, aluminum, basically everything you'd expect from a six-figure Ferrari. One of the coolest things about the current Purosangue is that all 4 seats are individual sports seats. It doesn't feel like a typical SUV cabin. It feels like a performance lounge designed around the driver and passengers equally. Ferrari will probably improve rear seat comfort even more for 2026, making it an even better Grand Touring SUV. More ambient lighting options, quieter cabin insulation, and smarter tech features could all be part of the update. And of course, customization will remain a huge deal. Ferrari buyers love making their cars unique, so expect endless choices for colors, wheels, interior materials, stitching, and carbon fiber packages. Some owners will probably spend enough on options alone to buy an entirely separate sports car.
Now when it comes to pricing, don't expect this thing to be cheap. The current Purosangue already sits in ultra-luxury territory, and the 2026 version will likely become even more expensive, especially if hybrid technology is added. Depending on options, buyers could easily push the price far beyond expectations. But honestly, Ferrari customers probably won't care. The Purosangue has already become one of the hottest luxury SUVs in the world. And what's really interesting is how it compares to Ferrari's past models. Traditional Ferrari cars have always been low, loud, two-door machines built mainly for pure driving excitement. The Purosangue changed that formula completely. It brought practicality into the Ferrari world without losing the brand's personality. That's not easy to do. A lot of performance SUVs today are incredibly fast, but some of them still feel like regular luxury SUVs underneath. The Purosangue feels different. It feels emotional. It feels dramatic. It feels alive. And that's probably why so many people suddenly accepted the idea of a Ferrari SUV. The 2026 version looks ready to continue that success story. More technology, more performance, a sharper design, and possibly hybrid power could make it one of the most desirable SUVs on the planet. Whether you love SUVs or hate them, you kind of have to admit Ferrari did something special here. The Purosangue isn't trying to copy other luxury SUVs. It's trying to create its own category entirely. And honestly, it might have succeeded. So the big question is, would you actually buy a Ferrari SUV if money wasn't a problem? Or would you still choose a traditional Ferrari supercar instead? Let me know what you think, because the 2026 Ferrari Purosangue is shaping up to be one of the most talked about performance vehicles.